I think there might be options in the US for Cristiano if he wanted it.
Would this happen if it was Lionel Messi this summer, for argument's sake?
You know, he doesn't have a couple of pints of Guinness like me.
Out of interest, Trev, why don't you wear headphones when you're in the studio? Out of interest.
Well, from my DJing days back in the day, I always have one ear on and one ear off.
Yeah.
I always get confused which ear can listen to the producer and that, so I just like...
So you just
Should we clarify now? Is it the one with the lead or is it the one without the lead?
Yeah, tough one, Trev, isn't it?
If you're communicating, which side?
So I just like knock them on the head and just like
No
just go freelance.
Go freelance.
Go freelance.
Okay.
Test that out again, Ed. Oh, do you know what it is? Go on again one more time. It's the one that the lead
doesn't go into.
That's the one that you need to have if you're listening. I did not.
It's because Simon Jordan doesn't have his headphones on, isn't it?
I didn't want to say it, but I thought he was emulating a certain
I'm only messing about. Let's do some bad pages, shall we? It's all really dominated now by the Open. Cameron Young is 8 under leading, but Rory McIlroy is in second, 6 under. Great day, and the headlines are really all about Rory. Rory and the Rebels back in the Times. McIlroy starts Open with a superb 66, but there are a few Live Rebels who've also had decent starts. Poulter and Westwood in particular. Telegraph Sport, Ecstasy and Agonies, the headline. McIlroy hits fantastic 66, but Woods may miscut after finishing 6 over. Shame to see him struggling. Just a few more for you. Live by the sword, red hot McIlroy taking fight to chasing Rebels. And the back of the mail, we got Rory's on Route 66. And Cardian is hope and horror. McIlroy finds open groove on painful day for Woods. We heard yesterday, didn't we, Nat, from Gary
That was the best,
Player.
by the way.
Go on.
Route 66.
You like that one, do you?
That
Rory's on Route 66,
yeah,
back of the mail.
Congratulations.
We heard from Gary Player yesterday, who knows a thing or two about winning the Open. I said to him, Trev, who's going to win it? He said Rory McIlroy. Yeah. Best player in the world, and it's an absolute shame he hasn't won a major since 2014. It feels to me, guys, everything might just be falling into place for Rory.
It's amazing. 2014.
Long time, isn't it?
But how many times have we seen him? And it's so sad to watch on the first day of these big major tournaments post a really high score. And to see him just keeping it all together, he looks like he's matured. He looks like he's in a really good place mentally, professionally. And listen, we all know his stance regarding the Live Golf situation. He stood really loyal to the PGA. And he just seems like he's in a really good place, and that's reflected by the golf he's played yesterday. And 6 under par, he's got a great chance.
Great start, isn't it?
Oh, I'm rooting for him because I really do.
Yeah, big great story, wouldn't it? Rory could get back to winning ways and majors. It was, you mentioned there the Live Rebels. I mean, Ian Poulter has obviously been a sort of a fan favourite for so many people for so many years. You know, Ryder Cup legend. There was some boos for him.
He loves all that anyway.
He said he didn't hear any boos, but there was some boos. I thought it was weird to hear Ian Poulter getting booed in, you know,
it inspired him. Did you see his putt?
Yes.
So he's
150, 160 foot
obviously not bothering him,
incredible.
is it? He's like, what was that? Listening to him.
Yeah.
Well, he's the postman. He always delivers.
He always delivers. But good to see McIlroy doing well on 6 under. Day 2 today, and we'll keep you updated on talkSPORT. England back to winning ways in the cricket yesterday, but the story is Reece Topley. He took 6 for 24. That's the best ever figures in ODI cricket for England. It was a great story because for so many years he's had back problems, stress fractures, and always, you know, he would see signs of promise. Another big injury, come back, big injury. But he's managed to get himself fit. He's playing for England, taking wickets, which is wonderful. Some of the headlines in the Times: Topley breaks England record to set up decider. Top of the charts in the Sun. It's a record for Reece as he takes 6. And in the Mail, Joy of 6 is India, toppled by Topley. And, you know, Nat, with Archer and Wood injured at the moment, sort of there's some opportunities for new bowlers to come in and really stake a claim ahead of a World Cup in a couple of months. And Reece Topley took the new ball, gets it to swing, he's taller, gets a bit of extra bounce. Good to see him fit first and foremost, but also taking wickets for England is magical to see.
And didn't he just take his best T20 figures as well?
Yeah, that was in the Caribbean, I believe, earlier this year. Yeah,
he's doing pretty well, isn't he? So far, so good for him. But like you say, there's injury problems.
There's nothing you can do about injuries. I mean, we've just seen Jack Wilshere retire, 30 years old.
Way too young.
And like the talent that he had, you watch some of the footage of him when he was young, playing for England, playing for Arsenal. So it's great that he's got a little bit of a streak of fitness, and he's obviously given that time to get fit. he's now starting to
what I
show what
find
he's
most
actually got in the
remarkable
locker.
as a non-sportsman is that I don't know how mentally you keep going. You think injury after
Desperation.
injury. How do you
desperation.
Yeah.
Honestly, sometimes for me when I got my injury, you feel like you've only half done. I played for Blackpool, I played a couple of games for Queen's Park Rangers, and I got this bad injury. And you want to play because you love the game, but it's so tough to get yourself back, not just physically, but mentally and amongst the boys. And yeah, I think it's desperation. You've either got to love it and be desperate to get back, but even then, sometimes, and as Jack said there, it just doesn't happen sometimes for some people, and just feel for him. But what a great player he was, and yeah, really pleased for Reece Topley, and hopefully he'll continue with his fitness.
Yeah, I'm really intrigued to speak to Steve Harmison about it, because I mean, as a bowler, the amount of pressure you're putting on your back with the your technique, your delivery, and you're having stress fractures. I mean, how you can come back and actually be playing at the top level is,
and it's something in particular over the last couple of years where there's been a real surge in it over the last year or so, where a lot of
athletically
fast bowlers have it. So it's a wonder. I'll be good to ask Steve why is this happening.
I think athletic cricketers are getting more professional. The physiques are starting. You can see it. Most sports are falling in line, but
compared to Harmy's days, it's changed a lot, hasn't it? Him and Freddie.
I didn't want to pick out any individuals.
Call him out when he comes on later.
I'll leave that to you.
Call him out later. And just one more. I know you briefly mentioned it a short while ago, but how great, by the way, does Cristiano Ronaldo look on the back of the Sun this morning? I mean, he is in stating the obvious,
tip top.
I mean, he's almost in as good a shape as you, Trev. Let's be honest. I mean, he's doing some weights.
I'll have to adhere to his superiority there. He does look great. Yeah, I mean, that is commitment. That's professionalism. He doesn't have a couple of pints of Guinness like me.
I'm sure he doesn't. But the headline is wait and see Ronaldo, lack of options as Chelsea pull out. Where's he playing his football, Trev? First game of next season.
Where he wants to. He'll find a way. That's what winners do. And he's got a contract with Manchester United, and I'm sure Erik ten Hag will happily welcome him back to the group. He might have been looking for a move. It's not going to happen. I think the squad's starting to improve at Manchester United. He might start looking and thinking, you know what? Yeah, it's starting to look a little bit more positive, a little bit more chance of getting good results and possibly getting a bit of silverware. So he might go back happily and join the group.
Are you both surprised that there aren't, given the fact it's been pretty well documented he wants to leave, are you surprised that more clubs aren't trying to sign Cristiano Ronaldo? Would this happen if it was Lionel Messi this summer, for argument's sake?
Possibly. Would Barcelona be able to take him back? Would he have to go to the US? I think there might be options in the US for Cristiano if he wanted it. But I think the fact that he wanted to leave Manchester United for certain reasons, one of them being he wants to play in the best competitions, that kind of takes
I can't see him going to the US
takes the Atlantic out of the question. So he's not going to cross the Atlantic. So it does limit it to Europe, and obviously we know there's been offers from the Middle East and etc. But I don't think he wants to do that. I think he wants to still continue to break records, and you can't take that away from him.
talkSPORT Breakfast with Alan Brazil. Thursday and Friday morning, 6 till 10. On AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.